What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to It Takes Three. I'm here today with Bryce and my favorite person, Brandee, my wife.
He has to say that.
Yeah, she didn't know I was going to say that. She's blushing now.
No, I'm not.
For those who are on, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening to us, you didn't just see me open up the podcast and look into my microphone like it was a camera. Those on YouTube, you probably caught that.
I didn't catch it.
I didn't either.
Legit, just stared right into the microphone like, all right, I got to look into that so they see me, anyway.
So now I'm going to go back and watch it when we upload
Do
it.
Yep.
Do it. So it is a reminder, we are on YouTube and your favorite podcasts. I think we're pretty much on all of them, like Google Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, Apple now, Spotify. We've been on Spotify. If there's some that we're forgetting, let us know. No, Audible's not podcast. That's just books. So
Are you sure? I thought Audible had podcast.
No, does Audible have podcast?
I thought they did.
I don't even know what Audible is.
I don't even read.
I know you. I don't even. I know you call an Audible in football, but
No, this is not. Okay, hold on. I have the app. I'm about to look it up because I just need to know now.
If so, we should put our podcast on Audible.
I thought they did, but okay. So
Audible's great.
Library and podcast is a whole thing.
No way. Well,
Yep.
if you're listening, we're going to try to get our podcast on Audible because I don't think it is right now.
Well, the fact you didn't think they had a podcast tells me it's not on there.
So
Chris might have.
Yeah.
Chris again is not with us this week. Chris is a busy man preparing for his first child coming up, and
It's a lot.
No, I'm just out here relaxing.
yeah. So we're gonna miss Chris again, but I've actually wrote down our schedule of topics to talk about, so maybe we can stay on topic. But Chris is the man at podcasts. He does another podcast, like a sports podcast, and they get like thousands of listeners and stuff like that. Right now we average 7 listeners, so
Are 4 of us, like us 3 right here, 3 of them? Or
yeah, and I'm pretty sure one of my youth is another one.
Uh-huh.
My mom always, pretty sure my
At
mom.
least you have people listening. I don't know if I do.
I'm sure that's the other few.
We're gonna keep
Yeah.
on doing this. I don't care who's
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah, this ain't for everybody. This is for us.
Yeah,
Exactly.
This is therapy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I listen to this on the way to gym and stuff like that. I just I don't know, it just makes me laugh. But anyway, so we're gonna keep on doing it. I don't care who listens, who doesn't listen. But anyways, so today, let's go ahead and get the bad news over with. We had 2 big deaths this past week. The first one was Hank Aaron, baseball legend. He passed away. How old was he, Bryce?
86.
86. Hank Aaron had the record for most home runs. I don't know if
I think he still does, but
So what's the controversy with that?
so Barry Bonds is the home run leader now, technically, but he did steroids, and I don't know if it ever came out like medically he did, but if you look at his baseball cards each year, like year to year, there's no way a man bulks up that crazy naturally. So I think, and he was during the time of Mark McGuire,
The roid phase.
yeah. And so he was in the heat of all that. And so I don't consider I don't consider Barry Bonds the home run king. I still call Hank Aaron the home run king.
Dude, I think that there should be a league where performance enhancement drugs should be legal,
But you have to do them to be in that league.
You don't have to. Just be like, hey, listen, this is going to be that's going to bring, do it, just start with baseball. Because baseball right now is kind of, it's not the most popular sport, stuff like that. I love it, but as far as the younger generations, they're not on board with it as much as football and all these other sports. Dude,
It kind of reminds me of go ahead.
I said the way to get baseball back into the spotlight is allow steroids, and see how much fun it would be, right?
Yeah. I think it'd bring a new crowd. I don't know if the people who've been watching it will be happy, but
Doesn't steroids make people mad?
Yeah,
sometimes?
roid
rage.
If you started a baseball, if there was a whole following and they all went to the games, and people
All these
got
fights.
mad, like the fights would be crazy.
It kind of reminds me. Remember the XFL that they've tried to do twice now? That's what it reminds me of.
Well, honestly, I take it back. Like, if you want to watch roided baseball, go to any church softball event.
Yeah.
I've played league softball as like after you turn 18, you technically, if you don't make, minor leagues or college baseball, you do like I do and play church league, or there's professional leagues like ASA. I say professional, but like strict leagues like ASA and ISA.
We play in a church league. Well, technically it's a city league, but mostly churches. But we have teams in there that play in like huge tournaments, and I'm like, this ain't fun when you play them.
Most church leagues I've been on the bats are not regulated, the balls are not regulated, the home runs are not regulated. Now these like ASA, the bats are regulated, the balls are regulated, and you can only hit a certain amount of home runs before they turn into just triples or then just doubles and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. I like that. But church league, man, when there's no rules, pretty much, it's just all the roid heads going at it and just kicking it out of the park and then getting mad. And I've seen the most fights in church league softballs, and I've heard the worst mouths in church league softball.
Yeah.
That's like any church sports, like basketball too.
Yeah, right. You're in that right now, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, in the heart of it, dude. Even being a youth pastor, there's times I got to remind myself when I'm coaching and playing, if something doesn't go my way, I'm like, ooh, remember who you are. Remember what you do.
Do you feel like a lot of people that choose to play those sports, though, like, do they all go to church, or do you feel like they just show up for those types of events just so that they can play a sport?
Oh, there's a
you don't want to answer.
Don't worry, my mom.
So men's league, I will say, is more likely that they don't go to the church.
Yeah.
The league I play in. I have a rule that for the youth team that they have to come at least once a week, because we're 50% of the time, and we were meeting twice a week, so they only had to come once a week. And they had opportunities from last year when everything was normal. We had a 9 o'clock service, Sunday school, 11 o'clock service, youth Sunday night, and youth Wednesday night. And they just had to come to one, and they had 5 opportunities. So if they missed it, I would have to talk to them. But now, when we barely meet for youth, it's hard to keep them accountable. But I will say the youth, they do come to the church. Men's, definitely not.
Not so much.
Because men's is, everybody's so busy. Like, we're always calling random people and be like, hey, can you play tonight? So they come out and play.
That's cool. I miss playing church league, though. I will say that. The next sad news is another death, celebrity death, is Larry King just passed away. Just found this out. The day we're recording this is Saturday. And I believe he died this morning.
Today. Yeah.
And how old was Larry?
He was 87.
Man, Larry, he's a legend too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Suspenders, right? Like,
yeah.
Is that his thing?
I feel like he changed the way people host shows now.
For sure. Yeah.
And I never watched him, but he's always had a presence in what people have done. So,
he was doing like podcasts. We wouldn't be doing this really if it wasn't for like late night shows and stuff like that. They were the pioneer for this kind of stuff, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
And Larry King was a legend in that.
Was he also, and I might be mistaking him for somebody else, but was he also the one that would like ask really tough questions during interviews when things would happen and like just be really blunt with somebody and not like,
who is that comedian? Is it Seinfeld? Who went on there and was it Jerry Seinfeld that canceled his show? It wasn't taken off the air. You know what I'm talking about?
It's vaguely.
Is it Seinfeld?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
I think some comedian went on there and they're like, all right, so, your show being canceled. And the guy was like, no, first off, I took the show off of the air. That was my decision. We didn't get canceled. And like, do you know who I am? And there's like this big eagle guy. And he's supposedly a comedian. He's not that funny. I want to say.
I don't feel like it would have been Seinfeld then.
Is it not Seinfeld? Raymond. Is it Raymond? Everybody loves Raymond?
Possibly.
What's that actor's name?
Ray Romano.
Is that it?
I think I just made that up. But if that's for real.
No, that's it. I
What?
think.
I know random things that are not important and don't matter.
Yeah, Ray Romano. That's who it was. That's
Was it?
exactly
Okay.
who it was. Yeah, and like I don't think this guy's funny at all. And but anyways, he went on Larry King. Let Larry King have it. He's like, "Do you know who I am?" Blah blah. I'm like, well, as a watcher, I was like, I
Yeah.
hardly know who you are, dude. Like you are
I
not.
don't even know if I don't know if he does anything anymore. I mean, he's doing, I know he was in Ice Age.
Oh yeah, he was the big elephant, right?
Yeah.
Or woolly mammoth or whatever.
But I don't know if he does anything else. I've always thought, did you ever watch the show Everybody Loves Ray?
That's what I was talking about.
Because everybody loves Raymond.
Oh, Raymond.
That's
Yeah.
what I was talking about. I was like, that actor, right? And you're like, I have no idea. I've never
obviously-
seen that.
My bad.
You thought that Everybody Loves Ray and Everybody Loves Raymond were two totally different shows.
No, I don't. It just didn't click. My bad.
He didn't click that his name is Ray Romano.
Oh, man.
Oh God.
That's
No, but I always thought his brother on the show. It's not. I mean, obviously, it's not his brother in real life, but his brother on the show was so much more funny than
Yes.
he was.
Big tall dude with the
Yes.
big voice.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was so much funnier than Ray.
For
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. And that's probably why I canceled the show. And I say that, and like,
I didn't know that's the show you were talking about.
and then if he I don't know why I thought Seinfeld. But I mean, like, and I will say this, like, if he ever listened to his podcast, he'd be like, well, look at y'all have 7 followers, one of them,
Yeah.
or his mom, like it's.
But we don't. I mean,
don't care,
not that
man.
we don't care.
Yeah.
But
I'm humble about it, dude.
Yeah. If Ray watches this and reaches out to us, we'll do
No.
a giveaway.
No, if Ray watches this, tweet at Ray and be angry at us, because at least
Yeah.
that publicity is better than no publicity.
Yeah, exactly.
We should just go on and start drama with random people.
Dude, yes.
I do that every once in a while, like Mr. Beast on Twitter. I don't like start drama with him, but like he posted something. He's like, "What do you like most about my video?" Or I forgot how he questioned it. It was like something like, "If you could ask me one question, what would it be?" And I was like, "If you didn't give away money in every video, do you think you'd still be successful?" Because I'm like, "Is that the?" Because like honestly, I enjoy his videos without the money.
Mhm.
Like with his like the videos
his
of
friendships. and-
yeah. Like he's a funny dude, but the money's not, it doesn't have to be there. Like the videos where he's just giving away cars and stuff are not that funny. But the videos where he's like doing random things is funny,
Did you don't he live near y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he lives like 30 minutes.
I'm just
away.
waiting for him to show up at our house and give us some money.
Dude,
He just hadn't met us yet, but
North-
he's gonna love us.
North Carolina's becoming a YouTube hotspot, man. There's a lot of YouTubers in North Carolina.
So Bryce, just move on up.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
RJ does say I need to start my own YouTube. I guess this is the start of it. But
Yep.
Do it. Yeah, but I mean like your own
It
channel
Starts
too.
now.
yeah.
This
Now.
last year I was very like posting on like a certain day. I was very, what do you call that?
Scheduled.
With my posts. But this year I was like, I'm gonna be a lot more free with that and just let it come to me like when I have a video idea.
Did you ever finish the Christmas one?
No, never did that.
I didn't think so because I didn't see them. So
Like 3.
He left everybody hanging too.
Dude, I was like, the first video, I was like,
Did you?
Vlogmas, we're gonna do it every day in the month of December or like until Christmas. And like 3 videos later, I was like, nah, I ain't doing this.
It's too much.
oh,
Rough. So yeah, thanks for calling me out.
I'm
It's
sorry.
true. Hey, you said bad publicity is better than none, right?
True. Watch, your number's gonna go up. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Subscribe to RJ Smith Comedy.
It's bad. I'm just kidding. It's
I'm
wonderful.
sure all 7 people listening to this is already subscribed though.
Yeah.
Mom, tell you more of your friends, Mom. Like this.
Yeah.
Hey, mom's your mom's
I honestly don't know if my mom listens to this. Mom, if you're listening to this, text me and we'll see next episode.
Give her a keyword to text to you so we know.
Oh yeah,
Text me
bananas.
bananas. That's weird.
Man.
That's okay.
Because
I'm going with it.
yeah,
All right. So in other news, the lottery. Someone just won.
did we win it?
No.
Oh,
Someone just won $1 billion off the lottery.
But how much do they actually get?
I don't know.
That's my question.
Facts,
Even if it
right?
was half of that.
But like, how do you even tax? How does that even work? My brain can't fathom that much. Like,
What do you mean?
Okay, so
What would you do with it?
We fathom that much. You're the one who did our taxes this year. We didn't do that much, right?
we didn't get $1 billion.
Yeah.
Once you get to so many zeros, I can't count. So
I still don't have my stimulus check.
Really?
You really don't?
Either one?
I got the first one.
Oh, okay. You just
But I also got one for like randomly, but it wasn't the amount that we're supposed to be getting now.
Yeah, no, that was probably from the state because we did that too.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
But I don't do our budget. I'm horrible.
RJ knows
with numbers.
nothing about our finances.
I'm awful with it.
Only
I
thing,
mean,
like, do
I
you
love it.
my budget at church and stuff like that? I'm good with because it's just you have a certain amount of number, you subtract it. But like with our personal budget,
It works
we
the
have,
same way.
different sources of incomes. We have monthly recurring fees. We have like percentages.
That's called being an adult, honey.
That's why you get married,
It's
right?
called bills.
Get your wife.
No.
That is, you know.
What I do at the church is right outside my office, our secretary, I'm like, how much money do I have left? And she tells me, I'm like, okay.
So one day when you get married, your wife will be the secretary.
Yeah, and I'll just be in the other room. How much money do we have left to spend
Yeah.
this week?
I just bought some slippers off of Amazon. I was like, hey, we got enough money for this? So, you know,
We got enough money for that, but don't you be buying those Ziploc baggies with the real zippers. That's like way above budget.
We ain't living that
Whoa.
long. You know, the slide
Fancy, huh?
box, man. Brandee,
So I don't know if I should say this. I doubt she listens. I have an ex from 2 years ago who her mom reused Ziploc bags. She would wash them and hang them on the
I know.
clothesline.
Yeah.
Not even lying.
isn't that
Uh-huh.
gross?
I mean, you're washing them, but doesn't that defeat the purpose of it?
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to use a disposable product, why wash it? Dispose of it.
What's the
God, I hope she doesn't watch this.
landfills? Like they didn't want them to go to landfills or something?
Or
just-
they're
don't know.
cheap.
Oh.
I mean, my grandma, lived through the Depression. She used to save aluminum foil or tin foil, and she would if it was just barely used on the top of something, she would just try to fold it nice and neatly and put it in the little spot where her tinfoil box was. And then the next time you needed some, she'd be like, I wonder if this fits. And if it was like the same size,
Oh,
she would
my.
use it. And I always
Well-
thought that was so gross. But-
Speaking of tinfoil, this is off topic. We'll get back to it. Have you seen the guys on TikTok who are trying to make the world's biggest aluminum tinfoil ball?
No.
Oh, it is huge. Let me see if I
Really?
can find it.
Bigger like than the house or something?
No, not there yet. I'm gonna see how.
It will be.
Because it compacts down pretty solid too.
Yeah. Have you ever had somebody throw a tinfoil ball at you?
No, what? Who's throwing 10 full balls at you?
Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
let me know. You let me know.
I mean, you don't ever ball it up and throw it?
You gonna go get ammo or something from it and help them out?
Listen, I took my class today and I did a really good job. So,
Yeah, y'all watch out, Brandee. Concealed carries now.
well, I can't technically yet, but actually, well, we won't get into that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see this without stuff playing. Let me see.
So, a funny story, when me and RJ first got married, we were shopping together for groceries, and I had on the list tinfoil. And RJ's like, he came back and he's like, Brandee, I couldn't find tinfoil. All they had was aluminum foil. And I was like, yeah, it's the same thing.
Did
He's
someone
like,
told me? All right.
He's
Somebody
like-
blasted me in front of our 7 listeners.
he was like, they didn't have any that said tin. It was only the aluminum
All
kind.
right, but all right, give me a break. Someone told this was before don't believe everything you hear on the internet. This was no, not right when the internet came. I don't know. I don't really have an excuse. Someone just told me there was a
It's
difference, and I
because
believed
he's a
them.
guy and he never had to shop for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I
He's
remember.
also the guy that tried to buy 2 eggs and 1 stick of butter. Just that, not like a carton of eggs and a pack of butter, because he wanted to make brownies or something, and that's what it said on the back.
What
So-
kind of brownies were you making when you went to get the stuff?
I know. The lady at the register was looking, I was like, I just need 2
He's like,
eggs and 1 stick of butter.
There's
She's
12 of these. I only need 2 of them.
Can you cut them out for me?
You have to buy them all.
I couldn't find them, but it's huge. The aluminum foil ball that they're doing.
tinfoil ball.
Yeah.
Well, it was funny because you said an aluminum tinfoil ball. Like you used both words.
Yeah, I don't know what I call it. Like it's one of those things where it's like, do you say it this way or that way? I'm like, I say it both, not at the same time usually, but
I know it's like with caramel. Like, is it? Do I say caramel or do I say caramel?
or like pecan, or is it
No, I
pecan?
always say
Yes,
pecan.
no, it's pecan.
No, pecan.
Wait.
Is you pee
It's
in.
only
No,
pecan
wait.
butter.
No, pecan
Wait.
is something you pee in when you
Wait.
go camping.
Say it again. Say how you said it.
Pecan.
Pecan.
See, I've never heard pecan. I've heard pecan
Well, to be honest,
and pecan.
yeah, I think I normally say pecan.
So pecan.
He
I
said
say
pecan.
butter pecan, but that's the only time I say that. I don't say butter pecan
Why do you say butter pecan?
because it flows out of my mouth different.
Exactly, because
It hits
pecan's the
different,
right way.
as the
It's different. What's another one?
tomato. Not
No,
really though.
that's-
I've
Nobody.
never heard anybody say tomato, by the way.
That's like
No.
UK stuff.
Yeah.
Like I've never heard anybody say tomato, and they like that's one of the ones that always comes up, like potato, patata, and I'm like, nobody says that.
Nobody in America, yeah. It's like, I would like a baked potato, please.
Oh, what?
I
No
dare-
tomato,
I'm
no
gonna-
tomatoes, please.
Say I won't.
Next time, I would like a loaded potato.
Can I have a side
Hold
of
the
tomatoes?
tomatoes.
Yeah, hold the tomatoes, please.
I do that when I'm at Mexican restaurants. I'm like, can I get a fajita?
A vagina.
Or quesadilla.
Yeah. The queso.
The queso.
Extra queso. That should be my next video. It's like white people trying to order Mexican food.
Oh god.
Hola, como estás?
Come estas.
Like an appetizer of a queso. Comedor.
What tortilla chips?
Yes.
And then for my entree, I would like the fajitas.
You can't. You gotta say it the other way.
No tomatoes.
RJ can't say it the other way. He gets
Because something else will happen. Some other word's gonna come out.
yeah.
Oh man.
That's true.
Oh.
So, yeah, if I won the lottery,
Yeah. Back to the water.
Queso.
I would be
Quesadillas.
loaded in some queso. Loaded with
I need a lot of vaginas.
Bowl. Aluminum tinfoil bowl of queso.
All right. Next,
Unlimited vaginas for me.
Bernie Sanders right now.
That meme, home.
Okay, I need
I didn't
to
know who it was
explain
at
this.
first.
Like, I'm not understanding what happened.
I watched the inauguration and I saw him and I was like, oh, this is some old guy. Oh, he looks
People
mad.
said there he was like homeless. Like he looked like a homeless.
And then someone was like, "Oh, this Bernie Sanders meme is killing me." And I was like, "That's Bernie Sanders?" What?
Oh, dude, I've seen so. Have you seen one of my favorite is, you know how there's that dude that has changed my mind. He like goes around these different places. It's Bernie sitting in the chair, and it says something that he was like high on, like this is like his main thing for running for president and stuff. It was like free healthcare or something. Changed my mind. It's just him sitting. And then I saw one where like he's like laying, like they put him laying down, and he's got like somebody in an arm bar in UFC.
I saw one where I had someone, one of my, we'll call her Mama Marie. She's my spiritual mom, but she sent me some stuff on Facebook, and it's been hilarious. She did one where it's like he is like sitting down, and the youth pastor's like, "All right, any volunteers to read the next verses?" And it's him just sitting there.
Oh, dude, that's how I get my students to get quiet. They're being on. I'm like, all right, who wants to pray? And it goes silent.
Pin drop.
I'm like, all right, we're gonna pray, but right now I just want y'all to listen.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
She sent me another one. It's like when the heater on the baptistry goes out, and it's like him folded his arms. Yeah, these.
So was he
memes are
just
killer.
there and like he looked weird or something? Or
He's probably freezing and mad.
Yeah, it was cold. They just called him at a wrong time, probably, but it was cold out there. But I don't
Or
know.
did they get to the wrong time when they had all this
or
play?
was it like that the entire time?
You know how politicians are. They're like, they'll hate each other in debates, but like pretty much all ex-presidents are friends.
Well, he's a senator, so I mean, I think all the senators were there.
yeah, and
A
so, like, I
sinister?
don't know.
Or
A senator.
I know I'm joking. It was a joke. I'm so funny.
Yeah.
Isn't it sinister like a bad guy?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody. Last time you were on here, I was like, if you want Brandee to come back on here, leave us a comment. Nobody left you a comment.
We're giving you a second chance. Make the best of it.
Okay, 7 people listening. I need my esteem boosted by the 7 of you. So please.
Looking at our stats, it just dropped down to 5 people.
Yeah, whatever. What day is it, and when are you posting this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this will be up by Sunday. But yeah, the Bernie Sanders memes, man, they're funny. They're hilarious. Well,
when I hear Bernie, all I can think of is the dance, the Bernie.
I saw a meme with that. It said Weekend at Bernie's, and they put him in a chair and 2 guys trying to carry.
I've never seen that movie.
Dude, it is so funny. It's not as funny as you think it'd be, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's like Napoleon Dynamite. People say that's not funny, but that is the funniest movie ever.
It's so low budgeted. I think that's what makes it funny.
Yes.
And this is a horrible movie, and I do not recommend this to any
don't even say
of
it.
my Christ.
No, you've got to say it.
I watched this before.
I hate it.
I had
Rapture Palooza?
fellowship with Christ. Is Borat. And that.
I never saw that. I did watch a movie called Rapture Palooza. That is a bad movie. Would not want anybody to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It makes fun
I
of the
wasn't
rapture.
even allowed to watch Rugrats. Remember that from the last time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't
What
seen
a childhood.
it, right?
Well, my kids don't watch Borat or none of that.
What you hear, Borat? They came out with the second one, and they he
Yeah,
went around filming these people without them knowing.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
what Borat did that the first time too. Like,
It's
But this was in America, and
Yeah. it was
not that it doesn't matter. It was in another country in the first one. I'm just
No, he was in America the first one. He's from
But he traveled to America.
yeah. So
I think.
it was
I
funny.
kind of don't remember because I thought it was horrible.
I don't watch it.
But I will say it's got some funny quotes.
That's like in 5th grade. My mom took me and one of my good friends to see Bad News Bears. Thought that'd be a good idea. I don't know if you've seen any of them.
Yeah, is there more than one?
Well, this one was the newer one.
He's not talking about the Berenstein Bears.
No, I know the Bad News Bears, and it has like the
Okay, so-
Napoleon Dynamite actor in it, don't it?
I don't know, but they got some language in there, and I was like,
Oh, does it?
oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember like before going into the ministry, like I would watch these movies and like
Before, don't lie to these people. Now you know you still watch them. I'll own up to it.
there's some that
What's he talking about?
just-
I just watched it last week.
No, there's some like Talladega Nights. I rember watching that when it first came out, and so like me and like last year or so, me and Brandee were like, "Hey, let's watch that again." We saw it on Netflix, and then like first 30 seconds, like F this and F that, and I was like,
Does it say the F word?
"Yeah,
Does it? If you don't shoot Big Red, then you.
yeah."
Okay.
And I was like, well,
But I
don't remember it being in that
crying.
bad.
I was laughing so hard. Like we watched
That's like
theater, and I remember tears. I was laughing so hard.
I watched this in theater, and I can't believe I'm about to say it. And I'm about to expose myself. Did you ever watch the movie The Ringer? With Johnny
Yes.
Knoxville?
I was showing Brandee that, and she didn't understand. We were watching something on the Fantasy Factory. Brandee let me watch Fantasy Factory like seasons for Christmas, and Brandy's like, "That's Johnny Knoxville with like a mentally handicapped dude. Are they making fun of him?"
I was like, does he
and I
know?
was like, "No, it's on a movie." I said, "Have you never seen The Ringer?"
Yes.
I was like, "You deliberately touched my CD without asking," and she's like,
Yeah.
"What are you talking about?"
My favorite line is when the F word is dropped once the whole movie, and you don't expect it. It's when they like go to the movies or something, and like the guys are with some guy that's trying to win over the girl. You know what I'm talking about. And he's like, "Oh, I was just taking him out to get some ice cream." And one of the middle kids said, one of like the middle guys was like, "When the do we get ice cream?" And you don't expect it. Because he just says it, and you're like,
The whole time he's like,
Oh,
"Did you get ice cream?"
yeah, he's like, was I asleep? My favorite line. When the do we get ice cream?
That's hilarious. That one was funny.
Oh,
But see, I can't
God,
like now.
really,
Sometimes when I watch that stuff, I'm like, "Oh, geez, my kid."
Well,
with kids,
yeah.
especially because I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, my kids in here, man." You know?
Things really change when your children start repeating anything they hear. Like when you hear it come out of a toddler's mouth, suddenly you're like, "Oh, you know what? We should not watch this."
where'd you hear that from?
Yeah,
You?
because he's asking us, "Where'd you get the ice cream?" No, he didn't. But
Caden. one time he asked us, he's like, can y'all just go ahead and tell me all the cuss words? Because sometimes I say words and you're like, that's a cuss word. You shouldn't say that. He's like, you just go ahead and tell me all the words I'm not supposed to say. I'm like, nah, I don't think I will, dude.
Yeah.
We told him
Good try though.
he's like, well, can you write them down for me? Or
He couldn't read at the time. He was like 5. I'm like, that's not a 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's not gonna help you, man.
Oh my god. He had a big paper coming up and he wanted to tell the teacher how he felt.
Yeah.
I remember, I don't know if we said this on podcast before or not, but we went to his kindergarten open house, and teacher's like, Caden's quite the artist. And we've known this. Caden's great
He
at art.
loves to draw.
And she's like, he drew a really nice heart. And he said, Miss Collins, that's not a heart. Them booty cheeks.
I was as red as the booty cheeks on that paper. I was so embarrassed.
No.
And she, like, the teacher was a pastor's wife.
Yeah.
Like,
And she just looked at us. And
You're like,
oh, sorry.
I was just like, I don't even have anything to say because he ain't lying. That's what he drew. It ain't a heart.
did you ever listen to the Kevin Hart about the teacher?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's like, yeah, you could. His mom
like-
was mad and just like, yeah,
He
you
said,
cuss to the teacher.
crying down your back.
Hold on, bro.
We'll have to.
Say it again.
How about crying down her back?
We'll show
She's
you
so
that.
cross-eyed. Yeah, we'll show it to you off this.
We can't show that clip on this podcast.
Okay.
No.
I just like to hear Bryce quote movies because it's so funny.
Oh,
So accurate.
Oh man. Well, and
we should do a podcast on movie reviews.
Yes.
we just started getting into movies lately.
Like,
I was just about to say, before we get into that, I was just about to say, in an effort not to make this podcast super long, because last week's was like 45 minutes.
It's because we have so much fun together.
My computer was struggling, so
Sorry, guys. This is
I'm
why
glad
we
it's-
get subscribers, because we can't talk for 45 minutes.
I'm glad it's your computer because you saw how slow mine was when I loaded it up.
dude, and I have a beefy computer too. And like
You all
last
do.
week's episode was, it was rough. So when I try to keep it around 30 minutes, which I think we're around that mark right now, 20 to 30 would be ideal.
So
But,
movie reviews coming up next.
yeah, some of our favorite movies. Yeah, we'll talk about that next week. And
And maybe I'll be invited back one day
yeah,
soon.
Let us know in the comments,
Next
please.
I don't know. You got to comment. If you don't comment, Brandy's not coming.
Come on, guys. I like doing this sometimes.
So even if you don't have YouTube, go to YouTube and just comment.
Just do it for
Hey,
me.
I want Brandy back on the show. And then that way we could change it to just the 4 of us, you know?
Yeah. Just the 4 of us. Okay,
No,
I'll stop.
And we have to change the name and everything. We'll just
It's
just to be 3
okay.
of us.
I'm just
special guests. I mean,
yeah.
There you go.
I'm special in many ways.
we know.
Well, that's it for this week. We'll catch you next week. See ya.
See y'all.